Pick.
Alright. That was a quick pick. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Radiant
Welcome back to
Team
RanDOTA. You can hear in the background the Pyrian Flax announcer pack. This is a team game. Once again, this is like last week, we're doing this as a live cast, so I'm going to be talking pretty quickly for a little bit here to get everything settled. Now, as I said, this is an all-pick, or not an all-pick, this is a captain's mode game, so we're already into the draft. This is just where I happen to come in. So, on our Dire side, we've already got a Darkseer and Ancient Apparition for the first two picks. Darkseer's getting a lot of play recently, and he's getting a lot of first picks. I saw an Alliance v Empire game where Darkseer was actually first pick on Empire's side. There are two bands, the Winter Wyvern and the Slardar. Slardar's getting a lot more popular recently, although not 100% with everybody, just with a lot of people though. On the Radiant side, we had a Doom first pick. That tells a lot. That actually tips our Radiant team's hand pretty heavily, along with the Gyrocopter for the second pick. So they've got two big names already. As for and Dire ban out the Lich third. Radiant bans so far are Io the Wisp, Ember Spirit, Spirit Breaker, and there goes a Tusk. All of these are pretty good indicators that they do not want to fight these people. I mean, I don't blame them. I ended up seeing a Desperation Rapier game a little bit ago, about an hour ago. It was a Yellow Submarine versus Team Bad English. If you missed that game, see if you can find a replay of it on Beyond the Summit, because there was an Ember Spirit on Team Yellow Submarine who ended up buying two Rapiers, kind of out of desperation, and made a pretty good turnaround out of it. The Tusk ban makes a lot of sense. Tusk's been getting a lot of play recently. He's a really heavy hitter in the meta right now. Again, normally I don't pay much attention to the meta, but it does influence things like Captain's Mode a lot. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We are in free camera, that's all that matters.
Dire team pick.
We're actually into the second round of picks with a Witch Doctor being the fourth ban from the Dire.
Wraith King.
A Wraith King pick. You don't see him too often. I mean, my boys in Alliance pick him occasionally, and Loda is when he's on his game as Wraith King, Loda is just a freaking monster. I mean, more so than normal. I hate to say this because they're my favorite team, but Alliance, while they're not the best in the world anymore, they were a while back, a couple years ago, but even when they're on point, Alliance is just amazingly devastating. And although, to be fair, a lot of that is actually, it seems like they're actually relying a lot more on Admiral Bulldog to pull them up.
Reserve time.
Disruptor.
And we have a Disruptor pick for number 3 from the Radiant. Makes a lot of sense. Radiant, or not Radiant, but Disruptor's got a lot of power, and he's got a lot of utility too. He's a great support hero, especially if you can get the full combo of Glimpse, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, because that's a great setup. And with somebody like Doom and Gyrocopter, that gives you Disruptor's lockdown, gives you a lot of kill potential with those two. A lot, especially with Gyrocopter and Call Down, because if you've got the Kinetic Field and Static Storm up, they're not going to really be able to avoid all the damage from Call Down. So we'll see how they lane that. Alright, fourth pick for the Dire. Who are we going to have here? Now, like I said, this is a live cast, just like the one from, just like the game I put up last week. I'm just trying it out. Normally, I'd cast from replays. I'll still do that. It's just I wanted to try out live casting for once, or actually more than once, apparently. I need to see about changing my cursor.
Reserve time.
At your service.
Wind Ranger fourth pick. This is probably going to be their mid laner. Because a lot of teams, when you pick up a Wind Ranger, she gets a lot of mid lane play recently. I'm not gonna guess at which patch that turned out, but she's been getting a lot of good play recently. There was a game a couple of weeks ago that I cast where a Wind Ranger from the low ground near the end of the river in the top lane got a great power shot snipe to kill off one of the other team. I think she killed a Slark with that. It was just, but I don't remember who she killed, but it was just a brilliant power shot snipe.
Shadow Fiend.
Ah, the Shadow
dude's vanning
Fiend.
somewhere
Nevermore. I'm not telling people not to pick him, that's just his actual name. He's getting a lot of play, he's especially in pub games. I forget the MMR on this one. Last week's game, I can tell you, was about a 6 to 6400 MMR. I think it was a 6400 average. So, that was a fun game.
5 seconds remaining.
Looks like the Dire are going to dip into reserve time for their 5th ban. Oh, just not at all. And they ban out the Bane Elemental.
Green team's
Well, I gotta cheer for the
someone
Radiant now, because Bane, as I've mentioned in some previous games, Bane is actually one of my favorite characters. Let's see who the 5th ban is from the Radiant when they get around to it. And it's the Earthshaker.
Dire team pick.
Kind of surprised, I mean... not really. But in a way, I kind of am. I mean, they have a bit of lockdown. They have 2... Well, they have 1 reliable stun and a 1 good AoE lockdown on the Radiant, with Disruptor having the kinetic field. Gyrocopter's got the reliable, well, somewhat reliable stun with the homing missile. I think, does Level Death have a stun?
5 seconds remaining.
No, they don't. It just deals extra damage. Oh wait, no, it does. It does have a mini stun. Wind Ranger's got a somewhat reliable lockdown with Shackle. Wraith Fire Blast from the Wraith King has great lockdown. Cold Feet on Ancient Apparition, if you can get it to proc, works wonders. And then Vacuum from Darkseer. So it kind of makes sense to ban out the Earthshaker. You don't want to give him too much any more lockdown, really, because they've got all four of Dire's heroes have the ability to have at least a mini stun. Whereas our Radiant side's got just a ton of AoE damage right now with Call Down, Rocket Barrage, and Flat Cannon. Ooh, Crystal Maiden picked up 5th. We haven't seen her a lot recently in the high levels, mostly because there's always the old meme, the old Dota meme of Crystal feeding, because if she doesn't do well early on, she can just turn into food for anybody. And with a Shadow Fiend. With Shadow Fiend, Doom, and Gyrocopter in the mix.
Keeper of the light.
And we have a Keeper. Coddle is a great pickup, especially with likes of Disruptor, because Disruptor needs a lot of his mana, and Keeper can just keep feeding him mana with Chakra Magic. All right, we'll introduce the players once we get into the game. Like I said, though, I'm gonna be surprised to see how they lane this. Well, actually, I'm not going to be surprised, but I'm eager to see how they're going to lane these things. Alright, folks, let's go ahead and get into this game. Already, we've got some early movement.
Prepare for battle.
Go ahead and introduce the Dire side. First, we have Star Whip-X on our Darkseer. TP'd down to the bottom, and he's got a ward he's going to drop, so is he going to do it? Is he going to... I don't think that blocks the pull camp, but he's got a very deep ward already in the Radiant jungle. Looks like he's going to be our bottom laner. He's going to be our off laner. We have NME on the Crystal Maiden. Most likely playing support. I'm going to call you Or, because I can't read the language. So we have Or playing the Wraith King. Might actually be their mid laner instead. We have Darrowborn playing the Wind Ranger. I hope I pronounced that right. Might be their mid laner. Might be their safe laner. Then Acost SNP on the Ancient Apparition, also playing support. Radiant side, we have Mocha playing the Doom. Going top, looks like he's going top lane. Sacre playing the Shadow Fiend, going mid, makes a lot of sense. Shadow Fiend needs solo farm to get up to his levels and get Necromastery. Frozzy playing the Keeper of the Light. He might be dual lane mid support. Alcoholic Disruptor. I like that. He's not sure where he's gonna go just yet. And then it looks like we're gonna have... I'm gonna call you Opa, because again, I can't read the language. On the Gyrocopter, probably gonna be their safe laner. Although we got 4 members of the Dire. They actually managed to get another good side ward for them. Just here, right near the Radiant Ancients. Mocha gets a pretty good ward down in the Dire jungle, but we have a We have people dropping stuff on the ground,
Time to
and
get angry with each other.
3 of the dire are, actually, all right. Wind Ranger and Shadow Fiend each get one of the
eternal
starting
struggle
bounty runes.
betwixt creep and creep lumbers on.
All right, lanes are shaping up. So Doom off lane, pretty good. Although this tri lane might give him some serious trouble with a Crystal Maiden, Ancient Apparition, Wraith King combo. That's a lot of slow and actually it's a lot of lockdown if she decides to get Frostbite first. Whereas Wind Ranger versus Shadow Fiend kind of depends on how they start off. Disruptor might be moving up top to... Oh! Disruptor drops the ward. Heard the rays go off. Let's go ahead and get the last hits up. Well, Wind Ranger's already getting denies off. That's always good. Whereas Gyro's actually got... I gotta say, I probably gotta give this one to Gyro versus Darkseer. Because Ion Shell is really only effective against... is really more effective against a melee hero. And Gyro is anything but a melee carry. Well, he's not a support, of course, but... Alright, we got Scorched Earth already on Mocha, so... Gonna be hard to kill, hard to catch. Doesn't need boots just yet. Still, Ancient Apparition, Crystal Maiden... Getting off some good space creation for the Wraith King. He's already up to 6 last hits, that's pretty good. Already up to level 2 as well. Got 1 point in Vampiric and 1 point in Wraith Fire Blast. Always a fun build. Just heard Keeper's Illuminate going off. Might be a... This isn't going to be a jungle Keeper, is it? Keeper's not much of a jungler. Whoa, Gyro really wants this Darkseer dead. He's already level 3. Could have if he'd put a point in homing missile, he might have been able to get him. Maybe. I'm not gonna speculate on the unknown futures. If you want that, go to a stock market.
Haste.
Well, Shadow Fiend's getting some last hits, but this Wind Ranger is just going to town. Frostbite is the first pick for our Crystal Maiden, and not going to do much. Some Chakra Magic coming out. I love the extra addition to Chakra Magic, where it reduces the cooldown of the next skill you use. Darkseer has realized that Gyro's really gunning for him and decides to wisely not get shot a lot. Ooh, smart move by the Ancient Apparition, dewarding that Radiant Ward that they placed up here a minute ago. So we haven't had a kill just yet, closing in on the 3-minute mark, but we've had some smart play already from our Dire side. Power Shot flying out, doesn't hit the Shadow Fiend, but does hurt the creeps a bit. Get that off the screen real quick. Gyro's actually taking a lot more damage than he absolutely needs to. Pops his salve, and nothing more is going to come out. Oh, Ancient Apparition, Crystal Maiden smoked up. Keeper breaks the smoke, but he didn't see it, and this looks like it might be a First Blood, folks. Power Shot flies out. Wind Ranger's going for him. She gets the kill, but unfortunately it... Keeper did... Okay. Oh, and she gets a second kill. A double kill under the Shadow Fiend. This is just an instant great start for the Wind Ranger here. She's already level 5, and Shadow Fiend's now behind her in a level. Lost half his souls. This is a well, it's not a horrible start. It's still easy to recover. It's still pretty hard. It's gonna be hard to recover, but it's not gonna be impossible. He's just got to get some good farm going. Wraith King's going down on Doom. That sounded a lot less homoerotic in my head. Also a lot less creepy. Oh, Gyro also goes down to a 2-man rotation. Ancient Apparition and Crystal Maiden move in to help the Darkseer, but it's a creep that killed him. Already our Dire side's doing some good rotations. These rotating supports are doing their work.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
Excuse me. Just had a bit of a yawn there. 5 minutes in, and the Dire are already pulling ahead. Not by much. They're just over 1,000 experience ahead, and around 14, just under 1,400 gold. And we got another rotation coming in. Wind Ranger pops the Wind Run and goes on the Shadow Fiend. She is level 6. She's got level 3 Power Shot, level 2 Shackle. Not gonna throw the Shackle just yet. Illuminate comes out, doesn't hit anybody.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They're gonna have to retreat now. There's nothing they can really do. Shadow Fiend's made it far enough away that he can... Oh. They might turn on the Disruptor here, though. Is she gonna throw the Shackle? Shackle flies out, doesn't latch. Illuminate's coming in. Kinetic Field. Crystal Maiden is trapped, but the Disruptor goes down. Wind Run is up, but Dire's Courier does die as well. What did they have on it? Oh, Wind Ranger takes a raise to the face. And Crystal Maiden also goes down to the Keeper, so they trade a 1 for 3 there. Not worth it, especially since they lost their Courier. That was not a great. That was a bad rotation. Ooh, and it looks like Ore on the Wraith King maybe going down to the Doom here, played by Mocha. Mocha's actually got the damage he needs, but is he gonna get out of here? No, Wraithfire Blast flies out, hits him. Scorched Earth might not be enough to save him here. Oh, that salve got broken. Can they get close enough? Oh, Crystal Maiden, you could have actually... Oh no, Frostbite wasn't off cooldown. Wraith King is down below 50 health, but he's got the Vampiric Aura, so he can just get in there and start hitting stuff. So you might want to forget about last hitting and just start hitting things, Wraith King. So that ends up being still a 3-for-1 trade there in that fight in the middle. That was just... Ooh, this could... Nope. Darkseer is not invisible anymore, but he's not... He realizes that trying to tangle with the Shadow Fiend like this is not going to go well. Especially a Max Soul Shadow Fiend. Oh, he pops Surges and Ion Shell and runs onto the Shadow Fiend, but nothing's going to come out of there. Keeper of the Light comes in. Oh, Doom just dies on top of the Wraith King. We got a big fight going here in the mid. Oh, Keeper and Shadow Fiend get shackled together. Wind Ranger takes on the Shadow Fiend with the Power Shot. Gyro ports in, but they could actually take... If they wanted to, they could actually fight this. Our Radiant side. Especially since Gyro's got call down. It's not going to do a huge amount of damage, but it could... I mean, 250 would actually deplete most of the health on Crystal Maiden and Darkseer. Oh, Wraith King versus Doom, but this time Doom's got the health advantage. Oh, Doom. If he'd actually popped his ultimate, that might have done it. Actually, he still could. Let's see, 16 seconds. No, 15 seconds, I'm sorry. With 20 damage per second. Let's see, do quick math. It's 300 damage. That would actually kill Wraith King. He'd have to hit him again with something else, but oh, if Doom is smart, just pop the Doom. Shackle Shot flies out and Doom goes down again. If he had actually doomed the Wraith King there, he could have won that fight. Well, not won it, but he could have at least gotten a kill out of it. If you know you're gonna die, folks, just throw what you can at people. Make it hard for them. I mean, a Pyrrhic victory while they still win, it makes it a lot harder for them to pull farther ahead. I mean, that's what our Dire team is currently doing. They're up by 4 kills right now. Granted, we're not even at the 10-minute mark just yet, so... Oop. Shackle the Shadow Fiend to the range creep, and that's about it. Nothing gonna happen there. Wraith King is still low on health. He could actually... If Doom does this smart, he could actually win this fight real easy. Could throw the Shockwave. Get a point in level death. Come on. Especially since Wraith King... Well, he's not... Oh, Crystal Maiden dies to the Shadow Fiend on the mid lane. Power Shot flies out. Keeper of the Light looks like he wants to... Yep, he's cutting down behind Darkseer. Oh, Darkseer is not Is Darkseer gonna make it? He's gonna make it out of this. Maybe. Yeah, Darkseer's gonna survive with 77 HP at the end there. Ooh, that was just bad luck. Disruptor came in to help, but there wasn't anything he could do. He didn't have enough range or enough sight for the glimpse. That's the one problem with glimpse, is that at level 1, it's not very useful. I mean, 600 range is not great. If he'd had it at level 3, probably, he might have been able to get the glimpse off. Uh-oh. Shackle Shot flies out, but doesn't latch on Doom. So that just leaves Wraith King chopping away at the creeps near the tower. Disruptor's only got Arcane Boots, but he's your position. He's probably your 5 position right now. Keeper's charging up on Illuminate, but frankly, oh, what level Illuminate is that? Oh, he's already up to level 3 Illuminate because he's at level 5. Uh-oh. Shadow Fiend is in serious trouble here. He's not gonna make it. He didn't make it. Wind Ranger shoots him in the back with the power shot and then pops a regen rune. So that's just horrible news for the Shadow Fiend. He's at 3 and 3 right now. Let's see. That's XP per minute. Current gold. I forget the. Oh, there it is. Q. Sorry, folks. I'm still learning some of the hotkeys. I mostly use W and I think it's W and Y. Yes, it is. But I mean, come on. Our Wind Ranger's at 5 and 1. So she's got more. Oh, 6 and 1 now. She manages to kill Coddle from diving in behind their tower. Coddle was right around here. And Wind Ranger actually was halfway between the towers. That's never a good place to get hit with a dive, especially when the dive results in you dying.
Top tower is under attack.
Checking net worth. Wraith King and Wind Ranger are both doing really well in net worth. Wraith King's just farming away. They have not been able to stop him at all. He's actually at 2 and 0, and he's already got level 2 reincarnation. Which, I mean, it doesn't change any of the parameters, except that it lowers the cooldown. I've never seen anybody actually get Scepter on the Wraith King that I can remember.
Green Dude's tower got owned, son.
First tower falls to the Dire. Tier 1 on top for the Radiant is gone. Like I said, this is a live cast, so I have not even seen the score. I have not seen the end score screen because it has not been created yet. So I cannot spoil anything. Although currently, if I had to guess, our Dire side is way ahead. Because, I mean, they got 5 kills. They're up by 5 kills at the 12.5 minute mark. Their levels... Shadow Fiend is actually is tied for top level with the Wraith King, but... Actually, they're a little bit... Actually, our Radiant side's a little bit ahead on levels. I didn't notice the Gyrocopter before. Actually, never mind that. Let's see, 22, 30, 41.
Middle tower is under attack.
41 to 39 in terms of combined level. And there goes the second tower of the game. Wind Ranger just chops it down with, or shoots it down with her Focus Fire ability. That is a wonderful ultimate for her. Oh, we got a 3-man... We had a 2-man smoke into a 3-man team. Requiem coming out. Crystal Maiden just gets annihilated. Ancient Apparition went down before that, so the only survivor of this is the Wind Ranger. That had to hurt. I mean, they walked into a 3-man. They walked into a 3-man led by the Shadow Fiend. Actually, I think Coddle actually started that whole thing with a great Illuminate shot. But I mean, they did not have the lockdown they needed to stop the Requiem. A Shackle Shot while he was doing the charge. Even Cold Feet or Frostbite would have stopped him. Well, actually, Cold Feet would have had to be cast before that because it's got a delay. Yeah, never mind. Cold Feet would not have been any use there.
Yo, Green Dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
So while I was originally calling this for the Dire, wow, this is a ballsy Wind Ranger going on to Roche on her own already. I mean, she's at level 11, but
Dire's middle tower is detecting high levels of sucker, Captain.
And the Radiant don't have any clue that Roshan is going down here. And we got a couple of people watching this while I'm casting. Granted, only two of them are not me. And we have a 5-man immortality smoke. The only one they can find right now is the gyro, and they found him! Frostbite falls out. Wraithfire Blast, Freezing Field, Ice Blast. They committed a lot to that, but gyro just got destroyed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How many ultimates did they actually commit to that? Only 2. Only 2. Fortunately for them, Ice Blast from the Ancient Apparition is actually a really low cooldown. I mean, 40 seconds for that. 40 seconds for a global presence ultimate is pretty amazing. Focus Fire goes out, and that's the 3rd tower. Actually, that's the 4th tower to fall. I'm sorry, I didn't notice.
Tower is under attack.
Dire did lose their tier 1 on mid at some point. I did not see that. I am sorry, folks.
Bad dudes, middle tower.
Still,
Everyone, go, now.
their Wind Ranger here has just done massive work. I mean, she's only just less than 16 minutes. She's already got a full-on Ags, Phase Boots, Bottle. Whereas the position 1, the Shadow Fiend on the other side, he does have a Blink Dagger and a Yasha, so
Bad dudes top.
Ancient Apparition goes for a Midas. Okay then,
Bottom just
not
fell
gonna
off.
complain. Not a bad item on him. He is a good support hero, and he needs the farm. But they're already oh man, the Dire are already high grounding. That Illuminate's gonna slow them down, but it ain't gonna stop them very much.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kinetic Field gets formed. Oh, they just barely avoid getting hit by that Illuminate, or the Wind Ranger did. I think the Wraith King might have gotten hit by it. Wraith King teleporting up top to go and clear that wave and also help himself regenerate a little bit. He's actually gotten a massive amount of farm here. I mean, he's at 118 last hits. The only one with more is the Shadow Fiend at 129. That's some insane... That's an insane difference. Let's check the net worth. Wraith King... Oh! Shadow Fiend gets hit with the Ice Blast and Focus Fire. He is not going to make it out of this. That was a good shot. Alright, we still have Wind Ranger and Wraith King leading the net worth chart. Let's check the XP graph. It's only about 2k. Actually, it's about 17k in favor of the Dire. Or not 17k, 100. It's 1700 in favor of the Dire. Gold is a little over 5k. Oh, Wraith King blinks in and Wraithfire Blast, and Keeper just takes it. Another death.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This Dire team is actually really well put together. Partly it's their team fight abilities. I mean,
Radiant's
they have a lot of lockdown, they have a lot of good team fight abilities. But also just the way they're executing everything, they are doing great. I think this was about a 53 to 5500 MMR game. I don't remember. But this Dire team is doing well so far. Oh wow, that Wraith King took a huge hit. They're stealing the ancient stacks now. I mean, even split 5 boys, that's pretty good stuff. Oh, it's the cute little courier. It's the world's cutest spider.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And then just the regular donkey for the Radiant. Oh, Doom, this might end horribly for you, buddy. He did just eat he ate the Lesser Centaur. But he's also got the Dark Troll Summoner abilities. Uh-oh, Wraith King's found him! He pops the Scorched Earth, and he's gonna get out of there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Doom could have died there real easy if
Dire's bottom tower
just
is under
slightly,
attack.
if Wraith King had waited just a little bit longer. I mean, yeah, he would have gotten the kill on the Centaur, but
Middle tower, everyone, go now!
the Dire's actually, wow, the tier 1s on both sides are all gone. I did not notice that. I've been too busy trying to go for trying to cast the fights. I mean, it is 6 to 12, but still. Ice Blast flying through. There's the marker. It's gonna land on 4 of them. I mean, there's not enough damage. There's not going to be any follow-up, so they're not going to die from this. But still.
Radiant's
And
top tower
oh,
is
they
falling.
trade a tier 1 on top for a tier 1 on bottom. The Radiant are in trouble here because the Dire are just 5-manning here. They're just gunning for this tier 3. It's already down below half health. A lot of it comes down to that the Desolator on the Wind Ranger, and she chunks down the tower. They're going for the racks already. They're gonna high ground at 20 minutes. Call down coming in. Not it. The Dire just do not care. A line of illuminating horses. Darkseer sacrificing himself so that his team can get out. Well played, sir. Oh, both team, in the end, it's a 1-for-0 exchange, but the Dire actually do come out ahead because they take out the melee barracks on top. They take it right out from under the Radiant. Although the Radiant do take out their ranged racks on bottom, so that is a good exchange. Although the melee barracks do heal, so that damage the damage on the Dire bottom barracks will eventually be healed up. Don't ask me to explain how a building can heal. I do not know. And it looks like, yes, Shadow Fiend has taken over second place on the net worth chart. Check last hits real quick. He's also got a massive lead in last hits. Well, actually, 29's not much, but check the experience graph. That last fight right there. Yep, so they're only about 2k, there's only about a 2k experience difference. Just under a 5k gold difference. Ice Blast going in. It's going to land right on Shadow Fiend's head. But it's not going to do any... It's not going to be able to kill him. Oh, but Wind Ranger takes out the Doom. This Wind Ranger... You do not want to be anywhere near this Wind Ranger at this point. She is just too dangerous. I mean, she's smart enough not to try and commit to a 1v3, but... Is she going for Disruptor, or... Oh, man. Coddle got sent back, I think. Somebody got glimpsed back away from where they just TP'd. But they've already lost Disruptor and Doom, and Shadow Fiend is next. Double kill for the Wind Ranger, and she's on a monster kill streak. Darer is just doing insane amounts of work on this Windy. Or is... Looks like he's going to try and go ham on... Oh, yep. He's going after Keeper, and... Oh, he just took a huge amount of damage. But the Ice Blast, is it going to catch the Keeper? No, it is not. So Opa is the only one who eats the Ice Blast. If that had caught the Keeper, he'd be dead right now. Or is just hitting some creeps so he can get his HP back up. Are they going to try and high ground this right here? I mean, the Wraith King does have the mana he needs for this. He could pop the Armlet. Because the Armlet will never kill you. It cannot kill you. I mean, it makes it a lot easier for you to die, but that's a different matter entirely. They're just farming up the Radiant creep. The Radiant jungle creeps. Ooh, that's really bad news for our Dire side. Because now... Crystal Maiden has the Blink Dagger. Makes her initiation with the Freezing Field a lot easier for her. Roshan's gonna be up pretty soon. I think he's gonna be up in about 10 seconds, maybe a little less. Darkseer gets a Blink Dagger here. 2 seconds, and Roshan's up. It's like, hi there. And the Dire already know about it. Their ancient apparition's already pinging it out. So cost is, he's like, come on guys, I wanna kill Roche again. I wanna kill Roche. Wind Ranger blinks in, throws out Shackle to break his shield, and then just goes insanely quick onto him. Roshan's gonna freeze right there. Roshan is just not even a threat to these Dire guys anymore, and they're up by, and they're also 8 kills. 5-man death push coming up. Oh, maybe. Wraith King going top, gonna try and stop the Shadow Fiend attack. Crystal Maiden's gonna join him. Whereas Wind Ranger, Darkseer, and Ancient Apparition just going around playing in the mid. Shadow Fiend, Gyro, Disruptor all going around on bot, kind of moving together, but not really. I mean, Gyro's gone off on his own, which is not a good idea right now. He needs to stick with his team. He is not at a point where he can just 1v5. Keeper is actually keeping them in this game right now. Ooh, Ice Blast coming in. Is it going to nail him? Yes. No. Oh, it does actually count because he was in the path of the blast. And Wraith King jumps on Keeper and just cuts his head off. Keeper does buy back instantly, but... Oh, who's got the Guardian Greaves? Who's got the Guardians? That would be... Dark's here. Oh, man, Wind Ranger takes out Doom and Keeper really quick, so that's a die back from the Keeper. Disruptor goes down to the Dark Seer. Ancient Apparition gets killed by Shadow Fiend, but Gyrocopter takes the Crystal Maiden. Oh, Wind Ranger actually did die there, because the Aegis is gone. So they did manage to kill her once. It's 9-19 now, but I don't think they can kill her twice. She's just too strong right now. I mean, she doesn't have the HP pool to stand up to it, but... If she can... Wind Ranger just... She's got some serious strength to her, but she's not invincible. Don't know why I'm checking Roche, we just watched them kill him again. Alright, everybody's back up. Let's check on... That's fantasy points. There's buyback status. Ooh, Invisible Wind Ranger moving in on the Shadow Fiend. Can she get him? He blinks forward. Looks like he's just going to try and death push. And then she now knows where he is. Ice Blast is coming in. Is it going to land? Just barely off the mark. He was just slightly out of the path. They know where he is, though. They know where Shadow Fiend is, which is not good news for him. Although Gyro and Disruptor are moving in and they don't have vision of this. Focus Fire gets popped. Frostbite. Shadow Fiend is destroyed. And Disruptor and... Yeah, Disruptor and Gyro just like, nah, we're just gonna let you stay dead on your own.
Everyone, go now!
Keeper, on the other hand, is using... Oh, well, he would. Oh, now he's dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ice Blast is coming in. Yeah, didn't catch any... Wasn't gonna catch anybody at that point. That one super creep on the bottom is gonna be doing a lot of work for the Radiant right now. Because right now they don't have to worry about the bottom lane, because it will naturally push on its own. Kinetic field down to slow down this push, but it's not enough to slow down the Wind Ranger, who just pops Focus Fire and just starts chunking through some of the tower's health. Unfortunately, they don't have any creeps here, so they can't exactly just hit on it as much as they want. Keeper's doing his best to de-push this. And he does have maxed Illuminate, so... 21-9. And we're at just under the 30 minutes. Oh, Wraith King is taking back second place on the net worth chart, so... Oh, Ice Blast coming in. Does actually clip the Shadow Fiend, so he's not going to be healing anytime soon. Oh, Wind Ranger and Crystal Maiden, they're going to find the Disruptor right there. They found him. Oh, he gets off the glimpse, but it's not enough to save him from Focus Fire. That was some insanely fast damage. How much damage is she actually hitting for? 204 damage with a chance to crit and the Desolator. Although she did just get Daedalus just now, so... She did have Crystallis earlier. Okay, just under 5 minutes before the next Roche respawns. That's not a great timer for anybody, although they probably don't care too much. I mean, they're pretty far ahead now. They're up by 13 kills. There's no outer towers left on the Radiant side. And now they're just chunking. Wraith King and Wind Ranger are just going to destroy this tower so quickly. Or they would have if they didn't back off. But, oh, are they going to go back in? Shackle flies out onto Doom, but doesn't latch onto anything. Wraith King's mana leaking, but he can actually afford to die here. I mean, it would be his first death, and he's got a reincarnation up. Oh, Mocha just gets annihilated. Requiem flies out, only kills the Wraith King, but he's coming right back with reincarnation. Wraith King's back up at full. Wind Ranger takes out Gyro. She got Gyrocopter and Doom. Gyrocopter actually bought back really quickly. Now Wraith King can't afford to die here again because he doesn't have his ultimate up.
Good guys, middle tower got owned. What you gonna do? Get mad or get even?
Homing missile gets destroyed, so Wraith King is gonna be just fine. She's again stealing an ancient stack from the Radiant. This Wind Ranger is getting kind of greedy. It works for her, though.
My God, it's full of stars.
Holy shit. She even in the middle of a static storm, she gets a double kill on the Disruptor and the Shadow Fiend. This Wind Ranger, man, she is just doing work. Well done, Dareborn. I mean, she's at level 19. Let's check the levels. 19 and 18 are our two top levels. They're both on the dire side. Darkseer blinks forward. Wraith King gets Skullbasher and Boots of Travel at the same time.
My God, it's full of
I just keep missing kills because Wind Ranger kills everybody so quickly. Doom goes down as well. Can they get the Wind Ranger? No, they cannot. She turns around. Call down's coming in. It's gonna be enough to kill the Ancient Apparition. But the Cold Feet procs. Oh, that is bad news. Because that's another double kill for the Wind Ranger. She is just killing anything that moves at this point. Only one left is the Disruptor. He's got to get the hell out of there.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I mean, come on, a 4-for-1 trade there. That's just, ugh, that's rough. Middle melee are gone.
Good guys, middle racks is in pieces. Something back.
Middle racks just completely cleared out. Wind Ranger decides, I'm going to go up here and take out the top. 2 lanes of racks fully down for the Dire.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And the Radiant bottom tier 3 is gone. Wraith King and Crystal Maiden are just gonna chunk their way through the bottom racks. Shadow Fiend and Disruptor coming in. Oh, Wraith King blinks in and destroys the Disruptor. Shadow Fiend's thinking about making a move, but he doesn't. He realizes there's not much he can do here. This is gonna be Megas, folks. This is probably gonna be game. Shadow Fiend's popping the Requiem. Doesn't really hurt much. Ice Blast flies in, doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt the Shadow Fiend because he's in BKB form. Now it's going to hurt him, but not enough to kill him. Okay, that I like.
Bottom barracks has fallen. The Dire now have mega creeps.
The Dire are on Megas. This is looking bad for them, folks. FG goes down. Kinetic Field to keep in the Crystal Maiden, along with the Static Storm, so she's okay. Wraith King is just not... Wraith King just gives zero shits here, people. He just chopped down Gyro so quickly. Roche is going to be up in 15, but nobody's even anywhere near the pit. Nobody even cares at this point. Darkseer is trapped in the Kinetic Field. The wall is actually inside the fountain. He actually pops the vacuum to try and get them in, but it's not going to do any good.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The Dire are gonna take this one, folks, because the Ancient. Oh, he's even getting the Freezing Field on him. Not that it's gonna hurt him, but there goes the Radiant Ancient, folks. The Dire have won this. Well played all around. Definitely MVP there is that Wind Ranger. She just went so crazy on that. Remember, folks, if you like this show, please feel free to like or favorite the video and leave a comment below. If you want me to check out a match that you played and you think it'd be fun to watch somebody cast it, send me the match ID. You can see it right there in the top left corner of the score screen. And if you want to make sure you never miss an episode of any of my shows, please feel free to click the subscribe button down below or the link at the end of the video. Both do help me out, and I do appreciate all of my subscribers. As for that, folks, I have been D. Good night, and good gaming.